All right, so this is an update. It's an update of kind of where things are right now. I think it's been an interesting year so far. So I meant to make this video a few weeks ago, but I've been pretty excited with the course videos that we've been putting out and some just personal discoveries as far as effects and software and getting the community excited. And at this point, really this video is for me to just see where we're at, man. See where we are at. I mean, on the personal side, I'm lifting a lot more weight, which is cool. I haven't been this strong before. I'm a little bit thicker, and I kind of like it. But aside from that, we've been doing really good. We've been really kind of wrapping my head around this online piece. It's been really fun, and I just want to remind myself that I'm having a lot of fun right now with some other weird stuff that's going on in my personal life. Like, I couldn't be happier with the help that I have from Sarah. Like, she's like truly my partner in crime, and this has been a fantastic experience that her and I get to see and actually do, and I'm really proud. So I just wanted to kind of go over and talk about how this is culminated, because the last video that I did on a whiteboard, I kind of talked about my plan, and I thought let's go ahead and do the same thing, because this is how things have shaped up. So a quick rundown of where we are right now. We have 11,000 subscribers. We crossed that, I think, this morning, and it is September 1st, 2023. So that's really exciting, because I think my original goal was 100 subscribers. Yeah. So this is really cool, to say the least. And, I think some of the milestones that I hit was we got our first shout out at around 1,000 subscribers. And then first sponsorship stuff started coming in around the 2,000 subscriber mark. So still haven't taken any of those yet. We were close with Riverside, but that didn't go anywhere. I wasn't comfortable putting the service out there because it didn't work for me. So a few weeks ago, we crossed 500,000 views on YouTube for the channel. So freaking cool. And I think I just noticed that I'm wearing the same shirt, so that's pretty cool. But we have 200 students. We have over 200 students. And then right now I have 5 clients. So here is where I will talk about the framework of where I think this is going and what I'm going to be building for our audience. And I think a little bit is actually over here on the side. No, it's not, but let's go ahead and write it out. So right now I have roughly around 5 clients. Right now our current service is centered around podcasting. That's what I'm comfortable with. That's what I like. We have a nice little groove and expectations that we're hitting month to month with our clients. And these are longtime clients. I love them to death. They're like older brothers or uncles of mine. It's really cool. But this has been really comfortable. And I like the consistency, because we're able to provide a consistent experience across the board. And that makes it easy for everyone involved. It really helped us define what our offer was. And that was one of the things that I had to kind of hunker down, was to build out different offers that we could do. And I had to get feedback from people that we would talk to, and then it eventually culminated into I think it's 8 deliverables, and I can post the package if y'all want it. Only 10 or 12 people are going to watch this, so it's fine. But happy to provide it. But so we have our main service. So we are rock stars in this, because this is the only service that I like providing on a personal sense. And most of the revenue is generated from the editing side, but we really make the most revenue if we're out in the field. So that is production, because that also leads with rental fees, because we own the equipment. or we charge a markup. But if we have to go and do that physical labor, that's going to be a nice like revenue, part of the revenue for us. But that is kind of the main pillar, is this main service. I am comfortable with this. I can talk about and sell this if I need to at any point, because this is a consistent service that I can provide. I like that. So what I think with my audience is I'm trying to I'm trying to coach them on how to develop some sort of offer. Some sort of offer. The offer is the most important part. And who I have really studied and taken really serious is Alex Hormozi. $100 Million Offers is probably one of the best business books that has ever been created, especially for this new generation. But it makes it easy because the premise of the entire book is that you make an offer so good, whoever you're trying to sell it to feels stupid saying no. So that's what I like about it. We have that. We have that in our tool belt whenever we need to use it. And right now, I'm comfortable with this number. I'm comfortable with it. Because previously, we had it was close to about 12 or 15 clients. And the services were all over the fucking place. And it was a nightmare. So with this, I can provide a consistent experience. And it's nice. It's nice because we all know what to expect on the client side and on our end. And that's nice. All right, so that's kind of the first part of the framework. The second part is like once you have your offer, where I'm at right now, I like the fact that I have an online audience. So part of what I'm doing is centered in the personal brand. The personal brand, I think, is going to be the future because it's really hard to do business with corporations, but I think with the freelance route, there are some things that there's a lot of pros and cons to it, but what I resonate with my personality, the personal brand is true to me. I'm fine being transparent. I really can talk anyone's ear off about what I do because it means a lot to me, and like I'm really into it. I enjoy this stuff. Like that is why I'm kind of proud to get to this point, because if anyone is out there like me, they will appreciate this. Like this is still centered to someone that has my same personality, and I'm fine with that because this is what I enjoy. So once I have an offer, I'm going to put out content because it's really a driver from the personal brand. The personal brand. Because why are influencers so influential? Because you're connecting with them. I feel like I can connect with people. That is one of the superpowers that I have identified for myself. I think it's easy for me to make friends because it's easy for me to people please. I've always been a people pleaser. I want to, make sure that everyone likes me in the room, but rather than put that as a weakness, it's actually a skill of mine that I can translate across the camera. And I think that's really special. And if you have that, or if you like personal connections, that's why I keep doing the freelance work. I like putting microphones in front of people. I like shaking their hand and making them feel good about what they're doing. I love that part of my service. I love that. And with the personal brand, I can multiply myself in different ways. So when I'm putting out content, it can be free content. The free content does a lot of things for me. And then there's the paid content. Now, before I go further, all of this is work. It's fucking work. But the free content, what it does, it makes me critically think about how I need to describe whatever I'm teaching or whatever I'm talking about. Like I have to get to the point, because part of the free content is the YouTube game. The YouTube game. And the YouTube game, if you spend any time studying YouTube, is title and thumbnail. You have to get someone to click on your video and get them to stay on that video. That is the YouTube game. So the way that I have been able to interpret it when we put out free content is that I have to get to the point as fast as humanly possible and get and fulfill the promise that I put in the title. The title is important because they have to want to click it, and the thumbnail is important because it has to be packaged up. It is the packaging of the video. So all of that has to ring true and promise and keep its promise and follow through with that promise when they click on the video. Like, part of that free content makes me critically think on how to clearly articulate what I'm trying to get across in the video. I have to be, in my mind, like so incredibly clear and concise for the free content to work, for it to actually convert. It can't just be bullshit like what I'm doing right now. So, because right now I didn't have a script to this. My best content so far has always involved some sort of script or some sort of guideline. So that's how I kind of view the YouTube game. And then when it comes to paid content, this is where I can play around. Because when someone, this is how I interpret it, they are giving me their hard-earned money to be in my world and for me to show them absolutely everything that I have to offer. That's how I approach this. Like, I'm going to give you the best possible, like, explanation for anything that I can because you've given me your hard-earned money. And, like, I'm going to keep it up to date because that would be dishonest, in my opinion, if I were to sell something and not keep it up to date, because in my specific industry, I have to be up with the times because software changes month to month, if not week to week. So it is an obligation for me because I'm always involved in the software and editing because I do the service, like because I'm a part of the game. I think it's fair for me to talk about anything and everything that I'm doing with whoever asks me the right question. Like, I am wholeheartedly like ready to provide whatever answer they need in my paid content. So it's really like a direct line for me to multiply myself. So with my course, it's exactly that. I'm trying to answer as many questions as possible before they actually need to book a call with me, which is this new income stream. Is I can turn on the faucet for consulting at any moment. Consulting. And that has come from the free content because all of this kind of cycles into itself. Because like all of this kind of works together and they all lead back to the personal brand. So the consulting piece, as of right now, as I make this video and write on this board, I haven't leaned in it too much. I might in the future. I don't know yet. But it is I now have that option if I really wanted to lean into it. So part of our paid content, and going back to kind of the broad sense, is that we have our service, we have our offer. That's great. Okay, so what's the other side of it? Okay, we have this branch of content because the content works. I mean, you can write a novel on how the personal brand or having content or a catalog, your digital footprint is important because it's going to give you authority. And when I talk to people, they might be a great editor, but they're unwilling to like show their face. And for me, I can only speak from my experience. When I put my face on something, I make it more personal when I'm talking to a prospective client. So what I really didn't like about my last company was I would be in the conversation with the client all the way up until they signed the check. And then when they had a question, they had to go through 3 or 4 people to then get to me. So they're like, well, I wanted to talk to Kyle. I've been talking to Kyle this whole time. So with my current business, it's just me and my fiance. I really like the fact that I can be with my client all the way through. And then I still treat our products and courses and content all the same. I answer every single comment that comes in. Because like, I feel like that is my obligation to try to teach people to get into this industry, because the other piece of why I think my story is valuable is that I inherently didn't value myself, and I still kind of battle with that today, and I don't want people to have to go through the same thing and then also be taken advantage of by other entrepreneurs or just other people that are in the same industry. So that's kind of like the broad mission of what I'm doing right now, is that, and the best way that I can describe it is that I am teaching the younger version of myself. And that younger version is ever growing because it can be the younger version of yesterday or the younger version a few years ago. Like, I just have to get better every single day for me to just continue making content. So it's never going to end, but at the very least, I'm having fun. And I'm like, I couldn't ask for more than that, especially from starting this a year ago. And we only have 14 videos. So as long as I don't stop or get hurt, like, it's going to get bigger and better in my mind. So this next piece is going back to the main one. You have your main service, you have your offer, you have the content, and then, of course, we have the paid content. So the paid content is kind of the other side of it, and the consulting, these kind of go together because you have a way that people can get to you. People can pay to get to you. Like, you're already doing your services. Like, these are starting to become other faucets and other avenues or revenue streams, whatever you want to call it. But that's what I like about this process right now, because it is a lot more flexible. It's a lot more flexible. You're not tied down to an agency or to a business, but that's for like the other, there's a few sides of my audience that I'm trying to work through right now. And I'm trying to put out this framework for people that actually want to do what I do. And it doesn't have to be to the T, but I'm just going to tell from my experience, because that's like the beautiful part about this whole thing, is that all I have to do is talk about things that I've done. That's it. Like, I don't have to speculate. There's no reason to speculate, because I'm just going to tell you what I did. Like, not only is that easier, it's true. Like, I'm open and honest when people ask me something, and I'm like, I don't know. Like, I can tell you what I've seen, but I can't tell you what I've done, because I haven't done that, or, I can't really answer that, but maybe try this. Like, I'm comfortable doing that. And that's what I've tried to take hold of this last year. And so far it's worked. Like, this is not nothing. This is a lot of money if you were to try to buy advertising for this. For subscribers, like, you can't fake that at all. Like, you can try, but you're going to see from the views and the engagement that it's all fake. So, I don't know. It's really interesting, and I'm really proud of us because I've just wanted this so bad, and it's finally here in some way, and all I have to do is just keep going. And I really like that we're kind of in this spot now, because I was just so tired of questioning of what I was going to do or what I could do. So I guess my last piece of this video is that if something is nagging at you, or you feel like you don't have any other options, for me, I had to have no other options for this to work. So I'm proud about that. It was really painful, but it's ongoing, and I think this will continue to be worth it. So the next chapter is I have a few other pieces of paid content, and what this translates for me is we currently have a course, and we have two versions of it. We have a one-time payment and a subscription. And I don't know if I'll do the same thing with our next course, but I think I have maybe 2 or 3 more courses in my head that I have to get out. So this is also a marker. The reason why I'm making this video is that by my birthday, 12/14/2023, I will have the next course made. So right now we have the micro content course. This next course, is it sitting on this board? No, it's not. The next course is the podcast course. Ooh, I'm putting my heart and soul into that one, like I haven't already on this one. But like, I have so much info I need to just get out of my head. Some of it's old, some of it's new, and I'm just like ready to put it out there, because we have a lot of old clients that have reached out to us, and I'm in a different spot now, which is nice, but I still want to help them in some way. So part of that course is making it to where anyone that buys it is going to have a podcast. A good one. One that is solid and self-sustaining. That is kind of the mission and vision behind that. So as I create it, I know it'll become clear in my mind, because even when we started our first micro content course, I kind of had an idea, and as I was creating it, it just kept shifting, and I just kept iterating until it became into this thing. So I know that this will go down a similar lane, but I'm making this video now to be like, yes, when we get there, I'm going to do another check-in video, and it's like, okay, we're going to talk about what went into this and what are the results from it, because I know this is going to be a good one. I knew that this was going to change my life, and I know this is going to be another one of those things that's going to change our life, because this has gotten us into this hybrid space. You know, having digital products has gotten us into like, oh, we can do in-person stuff. We have some options now, but I feel like this might jump us into full-time online. And if it does, great. If it does, I don't think I'll be too mad, because I'll just keep doing this. I'll keep doing the same thing, because this is the happiest that I've ever been, and this is the most fulfilling work that I've ever done in my life. And with that, thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions. Happy to answer them. Thanks. And good luck, future me. We're going to keep going. I love you, babe. You're the best. We got engaged in January. It's been a fucking blast. All right. Deuces.